On our final day, day 5, we're going to consider when God doesn't heal. Out of 2 Corinthians 12, 8 through 10. This verse says, 3 times I pleaded with the Lord to take it away from me. But he said to me, my grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. Therefore, I will boast all the more gladly about my weakness, so that Christ's power may rest on me. That is why, for Christ's sake, I delight in weakness, in insults and hardships, in persecutions and difficulties. For when I am weak, then I am strong. What happens when God chooses not to heal us? Paul was intimately familiar with this reality. Famously, the Apostle Paul was known to have a thorn in his flesh, something that was bothersome at least and grievous at most. It was unclear whether it was physical, mental, emotional, or a spiritual burden. But what was clear is that Paul had asked the Lord fervently 3 times to heal him of it. But in the Lord's wisdom and compassion towards Paul, God chose to allow Paul to live with this thorn. What resulted from this sovereign decision was amazing. Paul became open and even confident in sharing about his weakness. Why? Because he discovered that his weakness made even more evident the power of Jesus in his life. He discovered that his weakness invited God's compassion towards him in a way that drew the strength of the Lord. In some ways, I relate to Paul. I have the privilege of being a pastor and preacher here at Calvary. Yet, for all my life, I have struggled with depression and anxiety. There are weeks I am ministering to people or composing a sermon when I'm smacked in the face with the reality of my own shortcomings. I am far from having it all together. At first, I was ashamed, feeling I had to be strong and knowledgeable for all the people that I shepherded. But God graciously showed me that I was never the strong one or the knowledgeable one to begin with. That was all Him. In fact, when I shared with people that I'm leading that I'm also struggling with peace of mind or choosing joy, it actually points more to God's grace and power in my life. Let's consider, where is a place of weakness or grievance in your life that you've asked the Lord to heal or take from you, but He hasn't? This is not to say that He never will, but I want you to consider how you can boast in the Lord's strength as long as this weakness or grievance is a reality in your life. Thank God for showing up in power and being compassionate towards your needs. If this content blessed you at all, we'd encourage you to like and subscribe so that we can send you more content that hopefully will lead you in a life learning how to live and love like Jesus.